Oh, this poor decision going out there today. Yeah, that's right. Limited today was Ryan Clark, ankle, shoulder, Robert Griffin, ankle, Trent Williams, knee, and Baker, hamstring. No, Baker was full today. Sorry, who's that? Porter, hamstring. Can't read his writing. And full was Alfred Morris, and full was Perry Riley.
So if Robert's limited, does that mean he's yet to receive the full contact clearance?
Robert really hasn't changed. I'm really, there's really not a whole lot to say. He's just steadily progressing in these drills this week, and then we'll make a decision probably later on. I'm not going to announce whether he's active or inactive until, 7:30 Monday night, probably. But I just want him, the big thing is for him to just get back out on the field, get with the guys, break the huddle, do the team stuff, gradually get back in the flow, call the play in the huddle, make his throws. Today was a rough day because it was so windy, but overall just feel in the pocket, converge on him, and make the throws under duress. It was good for him today.
Are you still proceeding as if Colt is your starter Monday?
Oh, yeah.
Had a Trent Murphy question for you. He's obviously got a lot of strength and pass rushing ability. He's also had a few penalties this year, kind of over-enthusiastic at times. How do you balance those two in trying to set him loose, but also straddling that line and not getting the penalties?
Yeah, it's a case with a lot of defensive players. They get over-anxious, and they work so hard to get to the quarterback, and they get there a little late, but they feel like it's necessary to go ahead and hit him anyway. They just got to try to rein him in a little bit and coach him up and understand that they got to play by the rules. He had a huge penalty Sunday against Tennessee on special teams. He jumped off sides on 4th and 5, which we had coaches in line ready to yell at him coming off the field. So, but he plays hard. He plays a great effort, man. He's going to be a good player for a long time around here. He's just got to continue to grow and develop and just keep playing. He's going to be a good player.
With Riley back full, Will Compton did a pretty good job by all accounts while he was in there. Are you looking is there going to be like a role for him on the defense, or is he pretty much just back to the bench and special teams until he has another opportunity? Yeah,
they're both getting reps at the spot this week, and I can see them both playing, to be honest with you. So, but Will does have a role on special teams, obviously. He did a great job in Perry's absence. But Perry's still working to get full go. He's full participation today, but as far as full mobility and full movement, he's still coming along. You know what I mean? So I think there's going to be a place for both of them to play. But when Perry does come back at 100%, it's his job.
Tony Romo's having a really good year, but how much of that success do you think is their run game and the effectiveness just opening up or easing pressure on them, things like that?
Well, it helps, that's for sure. It helps take the pressure off a quarterback, and that's the intent here also, is really get our running game going so we can take the pressure off our quarterback. But Tony's a great player regardless. He's had a great career. He can throw it, he can scramble, he can do just about anything you want a quarterback to do. So having a running game to help him along the way will make him all the more effective.
One more roster battle for you, the right tackle, Compton and Columbus. Have you made a call on that?
Not really, not yet. We're looking at both of them, and obviously Morgan's still in the mix also. But we feel good about all three of those guys. But I think it's just a matter of who we decide to go with on Monday. But I would imagine it'll be close.
Is a rotation an option, or is that something you'd rather stay?
We rotated them last week in the second half, so it is an option. Yeah.
How about Laribas as well, while I'm asking about the offensive line? Any thought of getting him more reps, and where's he at as far as earning those?
Well, we feel that Sean's done pretty good at left guard. And Laribas, when he played, he did okay when Sean was out. So we don't really anticipate moving Sean out of the starting spot at left guard. We feel good about him. We feel good about Trent. Obviously, Corey's done a good job. Chester's done a good job. And then Columbus has been battling a little bit of soreness in his knee. He's been full go and all that stuff. But we just thought Tom deserved an opportunity to play, and we mixed him in there at right tackle also.
Jay
joked with us yesterday that Robert probably thought he was ready to go 4 weeks ago. How has he been as he's gotten closer? Is he lobbying you? Is he sort of telling you out there, hey, look, I'm ready?
Yeah, he wants to play. There's no question. He's a great competitor and wants to play, but he also knows he has to go through the process, and he understands that. But, he's a great competitor, like I said, but he still has to feel he's still got to get out there and throw these balls. You know, like I said, in the team drills and to the wide receivers to get himself back in game form. You know, it's not so much the injury now as it is more about getting himself ready from a mental, physical standpoint, playing football.
Did you actually give him many reps in 11-on-11 with the ones today?
He got a few, yeah.
And you can tell that there's a timing issue still, that he's still a
Yeah,
little rusty.
a little bit, and plus, you know, Colt needs those reps too. So we're really tinkering here on thin ice, you know, as far as who we're getting the reps to. Every time we take Colt out of the game, getting ready for Monday night, we're taking away from his progression every time. So we have to get Colt the reps right now, but we also have to make sure that we're bringing Robert along at a good rate. So when he's ready to go, he's ready to go.
Jay, obviously you haven't coached against Dez twice a year like the Redskins have faced him over the last couple of years, but is he playing at a level that's maybe different this year than in years past? And how much does not having D. Hall, who's kind of blanketed in the last 3 times, and having Emerson and Breland go against him, does that change things?
Yeah, we'll find out. That's you know, D. Hall has always done a very admirable job against Dez Bryant. You know, and Dez is a great receiver, no question about it. So Emerson, Breland, they're going to have to step up, and I don't know if they know what they're in for yet. But we've covered some good receivers this year also, you know. So, but Dez is a lot bigger, stronger, more physical than guys that we've faced so far, and he's having a great year. And we know that come crunch time, if they need a play, somebody's got to cover them, and hopefully Breland and Emerson will be up to the task.
Jay, ideally, you would love a healthy Robert Griffin III for Monday night, but that's not going to happen. So, for you, what is ideal? When would you love to see him back on the field as your starter?
Well, I don't know when it's going to happen yet. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen for Monday, but ideally I want him back when he's ready. That's all. When he's physically and mentally ready to go. I don't care about anything else. And we'll get a good feel from him and the trainers and all that stuff. And when it's time, it'll be time.
So still a chance. So just to keep it clear, so who's the starting quarterback on Monday night?
We'll announce that on Monday night. But Colt's a starter. We're preparing for Colt to be the starter. You know what I mean? But we're trying to get Robert some reps, get him ready. But, you know, right now it looks like odds are Colt will be the starter. But we're trying to work Robert into the lineup and trying to get him reps to get him ready to go, because ultimately, when it's all said and done, when Robert's healthy, Robert's the starter. We understand that? Robert's the starter. Colt is not the starter. Colt could be the starter Monday night, but when Robert's healthy, he'll be the starter. Right? Is that good?
That's sort of clear, I guess. But
we just don't know when that healthy he'll be. Mental healthy, physical healthy. We just got to get him ready.
just one more on Robert. When do you expect him to sit down with Larry? I don't know how the process works. To be cleared, when does that meeting or that conversation happen?
Oh, it happens every day. You know, they go through all the rehab process every day, and it's a matter of going out and when you do more, how you feel. He's been clear to do just about everything. It's just a matter of now that he's doing everything, going back to Larry, continue his rehab. How's he feeling? How's it holding up? All that good stuff.
Unrelated, when you have your production meetings for the Monday night and you're in there with John, how does that go? Is that? I guess
it's entertaining. They got to film it. It's good, man. It's always good to see him. We don't get a chance to see each other very much this time of year, obviously, but it's always good to see him. He's a pro. What he does, he's good. He'll throw out a couple ideas for me every now and then, but you know, it's always fun to get together with him.
You showed a video of the Dallas Washington rivalry through the years. Why did you put together this? Why did you think that this was important to show them?
Well, I just think the history, a lot of guys haven't been in this organization, myself included. It's my first year. It's always good to see the history of this rivalry and how important it is to the fans, the ex-players, the alumni, and this organization in general. This is a huge game for a lot of people, and we don't make sure it's known that this is a big rivalry for the new players and coaches.